Can't wait to see you in a Mr. Metalker video, buddy.
I have no idea who that is, but I appreciate it. Thank you for the 2. But yeah, I don't.
Can't wait to see you.
Like I said, I stand behind the things that I said. I think that was a. Is that supposed to be a threat, man? Hold on, let's look up who this guy is. I think I am to be intimidated by, I believe, this person's sub count. Or
no, it's really not about the subs.
What am I to be intimidated by? I'm not sure.
Sweetie Squad.
I made the mistake of attempting to defend you on iFunny Omega Lol.
Why would you do that, Discordant Chaos? Yeah. No, I'm moving on. I'm not. Okay. Cool. He's an. Oh. Yeah, I'm sure Shay lied about some of the stuff she said. I know. With the fucking Me Too movement and a lot of fake allegations that have coming out for people, it would be prime time to say some shit to get someone deplatformed, right? Yeah, I did call him a sexual abuser. He sexually abused his partner. Shay lied about some of the stuff she said. You believe he's a sex abuser from Shay's lies, and you called Shay a liar? Yeah. That's connect those dots. Yes.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a trick
absolutely.
question.
No. Shay left a lot of stuff out of context, and in that situation, you're lying about shit, right?
Yeah, I would agree.
You may as well be lying. She left stuff out of context. There was some stuff where
how you been streaming, man?
It humanized them more. A lot of the stuff she said, especially where she cropped some stuff, it demonized them.
Fisting is $300.
You said the
I hate when people are humanized and demonized.
Kiss your internet goodbye.
True.
BTW, you used the wrong image.
Listen, okay, I'm talking to 5 different people asking me 5 different questions, okay? I'm still not apologizing to Slazo. I'm apologizing to anyone who thought that I was calling someone a rapist. Probably should have worded it better, right?
Keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling.
Thanks for humanizing us. We're all stupid.
Let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
Don't laugh.
Ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep
Don't laugh.
telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me.
Don't laugh.
Just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live with already here. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tommy C. And I think I could do other things besides read your chats. You need a deep voice, a peanut head, and absolutely no idea what you're doing. And Nick and Doc here are today for Shot from the Point. Are you familiar with Pavlov's dog? Are you familiar with that?
No.
How the fuck you just graduated? You go to graduate school, for Christ's sakes. I cheated my way.
What did you say?
Pavlov's dog. Are you familiar with Pavlov's dog?
No, not even a little bit.
No, you gotta be fucking kidding. You're going to graduate school.
Yeah, dude, I haven't read a book since middle school, dog. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
I don't know
about.
how you get those fucking...
What's a book?
You gotta get straight A's.
You don't need to read the book to get straight A's. Google it, dumbass.
Because you remember everything. All right, here's the way it works. All right, and I want you to notice, like, in the West, Freud really took off as far as, therapy and self-examination. The psychology that took over in the West was probably because Freud was from Germany or Austria, and yeah, that's probably why psychology was very different. In the East, it was conditioning. Things like Pavlov's dog. It's real simple. How do you get the result that you want? All right. When you feed the dog, at the same time, you make the bell go ding. And what dogs do automatically, before they're about to eat, they automatically, reflexively, they salivate. Okay? Because it softens up their mouth so they can eat rough food, right? So what these psychologists in the East figured out is if you fed the dog long enough with the bell at the same time, if you associated it with the bell, right, then pretty soon you could take away the food, hit the bell, and the dog would still salivate. Now, how does that apply to our friend here, right? You are about to see a boy, because I hesitate to call this guy a man, lost. This is a person that is used to getting the food when he hears the bell. Ding! what would that bell be? What? Because I'm supposed to salivate when I hear the bell because that means the food's coming. In this case, it's a sex assault allegation. So when you hear the ding, you're supposed to salivate. Problem is there's no food.
That's a lot of money, I guess.
There's no food at all. So what does the dog do after that? Well, naturally he gets crazy. Starts walking around the room, maybe sniffing his own ass. Maybe he looks like Keemstar's dog after a little bit. Buddy. So what you're going to see here today is the bell with no food. And the dog is naturally confused. So that's why you're going to see all these wild statements like you saw in the beginning. So we're going to get claimed today. We're going right to video, right? And this is the part, full transparency, me and Nick were firing questions at him. I guess they had been doing it all night. But I think
because if you weren't me or you, they were just outright banning people from the chat. Like Santa. Santa said, what did he say? He said something like really nice, like, would you mind talking about this Lazo situation, or is that too much for the stream tonight? Banned outright. And he donated. That was a donation. They banned him outright.
Yeah.
Thanks for the 2. Bye.
Now, obviously, he seemed to feel some obligation to talk about these allegations because let's not forget that the original allegation that he supported, right? Even though he's going, I never said rape. She said sexual assault. You supported that allegation. They have never given any context or shown what that allegation in, and the more, I guess, serious allegations they've made have been disproven. As in the assault or whatever it is that he tried to do, put his hand, her hand on his crotch. And she was uncomfortable. And she's sending him, when you see the entire DMs, we're seeing, hey, that was really cool. I felt you. And how was it portrayed to us? It was portrayed to us as a young, demure, 14-year-old girl that did not want to engage in sex. And then you see that same 14-year-old girl acting like she can't wait to get together with her boyfriend so she can engage in sex.
God, this guy's hair is awful.
Yeah, it really is.
It makes me want to punch him. I don't know what it is.
Get some help.
Yes. Well, he's utterly... So this is... You're going to see the confusion, the head shaking, all this stuff. Because the bell went off. He virtue signaled. And when you virtue signal, you get a treat. You get, but there's no treat. So now you have to think on your own. And when you have to think on your own, you say wildly stupid stuff. Now, there was not enough time in the day with everything that I had to do with German class and stuff like that to edit this absolutely properly. So there's going to be some downtime. So you're going to have to watch this peanut wave back and forth. But the body language is really a story in itself. It is really quite interesting. And we were really respectful to him, if I'm not mistaken. There were people in there who were being fucked up, but we had every right to go in there and question him about this. And I
think it's super interesting that when I'm like naming the list and I go out of my way to put all these names out there, I don't double down on Weesterner, and there's a reason I don't, because we didn't really have much on him.
No, we didn't.
King Annie and stuff like that, Blue Zank, there's a whole like pile of shit. Some of them have gone on stream and already look stupid. Weesterner was somebody we knew was associated, we knew supported it, we heard it echoed through Alex, but we didn't know exactly what was wrong.
Yeah, we know now.
He proceeded to go on for 3.5 hours and tell us exactly why we should tear this guy limb from limb.
Yeah.
He literally handed this to us. We didn't ask him to do this.
We didn't.
Nobody told him to come forward. He lost 200 subs in the span of 2 days, and that spawned all of this.
Mm-hmm. And you can see he's utterly confused. That's true. When we went through all this stuff, and I think it's fair to say that Nick did the most investigating with this, Weester's name never came up. And he actually explained that in the stream. It's because...
Well, it's not that it never came up. It came up from Alex.
No, but it came up from Alex that he was involved, but there's no way to verify what Alex is true because
we didn't have any actual hard evidence on him at all.
And he explains that because he simply stuck his nose in it because he heard the bell. He heard the bell. I'm supposed to virtue signal now. I'm supposed to grandstand, and there'll be some kind of reward. He heard the bell. Listen, he freely admitted on this stream, right? I'm going to end up giving this stream to Repsion, by the way. He freely admitted that he met Alex only once, didn't really know him. He had met Zlazo very quickly. And his only content with Fizzy Pop or Che was a heart emoji. I shit you not. This guy didn't need to be here. He just heard the bell and he chimed in. And the thing is, whether he goes on as whether it's rape or it's not rape or it's sexual abuse or sex, your support was a support of a sexual assault. By proxy, you saying she's brave and pointing at Zaslow and saying bad guy, you support the sexual assault allegation, period. All right? But I only called him a sexual abuser. I didn't call him a rapist. And I keep thinking to myself, wow, what would I rather have cancer of the balls? Would I rather have cancer of the face? I can't think. Or cancer of the heart. Well, cancer of the heart is probably not as bad.
Let's get in the clip because we're kind of giving it away. But before we go into it, I just want to read the definition of sexual abuse so the entire chat knows the verbal definition.
Go ahead.
Sexual abuse, also referred to as molestation, is usually undesired sexual behavior by one person upon another, usually perpetrated using force or by taking advantage of another. When force is immediate, of short duration, or infrequent, it's called sexual assault.
So we're basically, once you say sexual abuse, it almost has to be hands-on. He thought sexual abuse was, come on, baby, I'm really horny, baby, I'm really horny.
Abuse and called it sexual abuse. That's what he did. And that's why he's going to get fucked here.
He absolutely accused this guy of sexual assault by backing her statement. And then, as you heard in the beginning, he called her a liar. And still, that's the no food. We know the bell. Now we're searching for the food. That's why he can call her a liar and still look and say, this guy's sick. No questioning, no critical thinking. Nothing. It is utterly amazing. Amazing.
Move to bottom, stretch the screen.
Common Weest believe the self-professed manipulator.
I'm trying really hard.
A lot of shift in movement. A lot of body language.
I know with the fucking Me Too movement.
He seems
and
very
a lot
uncomfortable.
Of fake allegations of it coming out for people. It would be prime time to say some shit to get someone deplatformed, right? Yeah, I did call him a sexual abuser. He sexually abused his partner.
And you heard early when we started the show,
I guess,
he also
color.
called her a liar. Stargazer 131, sick 'em boys. He also called her a liar. But he believes the part where there's sexual abuse. Now, we're not talking one line that was one thing that was debunked. We're talking about a bunch of things that were debunked via the DMs. The DMs that were presented to you that made you go out on a limb and say he was a sexual abuser. And at one point, I don't have this part in the stream, he actually reads the definition of sexual abuse to get all cute, saying everybody has having semantic debate. And he read exactly what Nick read just before.
Well, I put it in the chat. I sent it to him.
It's a lot worse than he thought it was. So yeah, sexual abuse, sexual assault, you accused him of. You never used the word rape. Congratulations. Would you rather be a rapist or a sexual abuser?
I mean, Alex told me he
criminal.
never used the word rape, but he told me he used it privately all the time and warned the Stan accounts for Slazo that he was a rapist before it even came out.
Yeah.
So,
and this guy, I want to stress, this guy didn't even need to be there. He doesn't know these idiots involved. He just walked in because the bell rang.
You look nervous. Do you regret doing the stream? I mean, you can.
He did not admit to abusing her. He admitted to being a douchebag. He admitted to being a jerk. He never admitted to abusing her. Not once, not twice, not in our call with the interview. He never admitted it. What these guys are doing is because they've been caught so flat-footed, is they're saying, well, he admitted it, when he simply didn't. He didn't. There's no time. He admitted to being a jerk-off. Controlling. The allegation was rape.
You can poke at me like that. I'm sure if I pretended to cry right now, it would look great for like
probably because you'll want to
a fucking tweet or some shit. But I'm not nervous per se. Obviously, I'm trying to watch what I say here, right?
So you're not
the food.
So you're not so you're not confident at all. No food. All bell.
Anyone would, because I could say one wrong thing, you know. You claimed earlier in the stream that you never called him a rapist. I've never once called him a rapist. I called him a sexual abuser. And like I said, we can play semantics all night, but
You're playing semantics.
abuse his partner.
And who gives a fuck if you're a rapist or sexual abuser? It's a crime.
For sex.
So you got to remember something here. All right, she made these allegations. They were turned up on their heads, and anything that wasn't covered, that she wasn't able to prove or didn't bring up, or what he didn't bring up, has to be dismissed because the other ones were lies. And the big ones, like he went after the big stuff in my side. It wasn't the small stuff. It was the big stuff. And the thing's over. They're like, well, he did admit to abusing her. Well, first of all, it's all over if the primary accusation was sexual assault. No, but he's a sexual abuser. Well, I think that asking people repeatedly for sex is sexual abuse, right? Yeah, I guess if you want to play semantics. But when you're making a rape allegation, a sexual abuse allegation, you probably can't afford to. Is that fair,
Spaz
Nick?
Mike, I see in the chat you're saying it was Alex. Yes, I am. Alex went and told Slazo's Stan accounts that he was. I've got DMs of what they've said to people who were leaking who were getting the information. Yeah, Alex warned Stan accounts, crazy fucking fan accounts, that these rape accusations were coming out, and he used the term rape.
That's probably a fucking slander. That's got to be the clearest form of slander I've ever heard. You joined in on this, bud. I don't agree with what Alex did. Okay, fine. But you joined this crowd. Stupid.
You got yourself wrapped up in it. You didn't make any attempt to disavow it, and when the fucking truth came out, you got fucked.
Yeah.
Whose fault is that? You're the guy who jumped in on the rape allegations and didn't clear the story up when shit came out.
a lot of money,
So why the fuck is this our fault for covering it? Why am I the bad guy?
Yeah.
You're the guy who looks like a dumbass.
User from Shay's Lies, and you.
Yeah, this is where I tripped him up. This is my favorite part. This is my question.
You believe he's a sex abuser from Shay's Lies, and you called Shay a liar? Yeah. That's connect those dots. Yes.
It's not a trick question. It's not a quick question. You called her a liar. You've actively, and there's no more than one lie, by the way, and you've actively chosen to believe the sexual abuse part that he never admitted to. He never admitted to it. Go check my side. He never admitted to it. You guys really thought that if you all stuck to the stupid narrative after VidCon, it was going to work, didn't it? Still feel that way, Blue Stank? The only guy who seems to be getting away with this is Quite, who probably should stand to lose a few too. No idea. You children, your children, have no idea what you did. So it's really easy to double down because the bell rang. The bell rang. I'm not supposed to get backlash. I believe women. Hey, guys. That world you're talking about where believing women is important, believing women is no more important than believing men. I got news for you. It's just a bunch of bullshit to get you used to. What the fuck do they call that? Not jurisprudence. The presumption of innocence. They wanted you to get used to the presumption of innocence really not being a thing. That's the goal, and you fell for it.
Yes, absolutely. No. Shay left a lot of stuff out of context.
This is the thing. He says no, and then he goes on and says what a liar Shay is, and then drops it.
And in that situation, you're lying about shit, right? You may as well be lying. She left stuff out of context.
I would agree.
Where
How you been streaming, man?
it humanized them more. A lot of stuff she said, especially where she cropped some stuff, it demonized them.
Yes.
Fisting is $300.
Notice he's not saying that when she left the things out, it humanized him more. No, it vindicated him. She said these DMs said this. In their entire context, they don't. It's not a matter of humanizing and demonizing. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. It's a matter of credibility. She's making the accusation. The credibility is gone. That's it. That's the way the adult world works. But I guess when you get a job as an influencer, the worst fucking word on the planet, I guess when you have no idea what adult life is like. You've never worked a fucking job. Never lifted a log or a lawnmower. Hey, I have all this influence. I have to use it for good. I just can't wait for that bell to ring.
Hey buddy, you said the S word.
True.
Time to get cancelled. Kiss your internet goodbye.
True.
BTW, you used the wrong image.
Listen, okay, I'm talking to 5 different people.
Okay, I asked him. I just want to go back to this. I asked him. You said Jay was a liar, yet you still believe. I'm summarizing her allegations, and he said, "Yeah. No." Some parts of the DMs humanized him, and other ones demonized him. That was the answer. That's why I was wrong. It made no sense. The dog is walking around the room. He's confused. He can't find the food.
People ask me 5 different questions, okay? I'm assuming you guys are all, or you know each other to some degree, or maybe, I don't know, okay? Let me talk to all of you at once.
That was the smartest thing you said. Congratulations. You figured this out.
And then you guys can go, or you can ask me more questions, and I'm going to repeat myself over and over. Okay, so, Shay.
Actually, the humanizing and demonizing thing was brand fucking new. I would love you to elaborate. Please do.
I believe that Shay was abused and manipulated.
Why?
I also believe that Shay's claims, and a lot of stuff she said, was influenced by emotional embellishment.
God.
I know that I'm wrong, and it makes no sense to believe any of her allegations due to the fact that she lied. But I am going to... This is called mental gymnastics. This is mental gymnastics. I believe, even though she lied. I'm not even totally familiar with that. That might be the dumbest statement that was ever said on the show. And we've had some stupid fucking callers. They were drunk, high, disabled, autistic, and that was the dumbest thing that ever was on this stream. Hands down. It's really funny. We had Mr. Meatman who beat Bobax, and this beat them. Congratulations, Meatman. You still have the worst call. But the second stupidest thing. Congratulations.
Okay?
That call still hurts my head to this day.
Yeah.
I believe that Slazo never raped her or anybody.
I just believe he sexually abused her.
Okay?
From the girl who lied about sexual abuse.
And I also believe what Slazo said, where he admitted that he was a manipulative. I think he said dick. I think he called himself a dick. I could be wrong. I watched the video a while back. And I also believe...
You also watched it, and Turkey Tom pointed out, you said you didn't want to believe it, that she was lying.
At one point in the stream, he literally said he was a dick, so that's sexual abuse. What?
No, he believes that's his dick is sexual abuse. He's copped to nothing. You've seen that. You've seen Alex. By the way, this is I'm Alex's exact fucking damage control device. This is the exact same thing.
This is very similar to what I was told.
Alex said, well, he admitted to abusing her. No, he didn't. Being a manipulative douchebag that is obsessed with sex at the age of 16 is not a good character trait, but it's not sexual abuse, it's not sexual assault, and it certainly isn't rape. And remember, she said she was going to go to the police. You jumped on board.
That he tried to pass off his abuse as like, I was 16. You know, we were kids. I made a dumb decision. And yeah, true. He was like controlling asshole. He made us like controlling asshole, controlling manipulative.
That's not sexual. That's mental. That's the look of, I just realized I made the argument with the evidence that I was given, when he admitted that, look at the look at his face. None of that, what I just said, had anything to do with sex. None of it. None of it had anything to do with sex. And that's the look, like, oh shit. But I'm not going to stop.
I believe that some of my friends and associates have said some things that they should apologize for.
Like what? They said the same things you did. They said, I believe her, but she lied. That's the same argument you're making.
Or at least clear up. Holy shit.
For me, for my sake, for my career, shit, I was just trying to do the right thing. The bell rang.
The sexual acts were proven consensual, though. Wouldn't it be emotional abuse, not sexual? I think it's unfair to not apologize for saying that. Sexual abuse. Okay, so we're playing semantics again. And
it's not semantics. There's a clear difference between fucking emotional abuse and sexual abuse.
My mods just put it in followers only mode. Okay, so I'm gonna respond to your last.
He clearly learned a new word.
Whose fault is that? That your mods kept putting it in follower only mode.
They're probably doing him a favor, in fairness to them.
Yeah. They had people donating saying, please stop talking.
Look. If you want to go back to Ian Miles Chung, right? You guys had to push me to do the right thing. So maybe they're doing him a fucking favor. Because he clearly is not equipped. What a shock. A young YouTuber not equipped to deal with this at all. I accuse somebody. LOL. This is an autistic guy, by the way. Listen, Weest. LOL. I accuse somebody of crime. It's just semantics.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Claims, guys.
When I call them a sexual abuser, that's just your interpretation of what sexual abuse means. I'm so sorry that you made that mistake.
Oh my God.
Hate you.
Thank you for the 350. I'm gonna apologize to you, I'm gonna apologize. That's a good clip. I'm gonna respond to your last messages, and my mods just put it in 1 week's follower only mode.
Do just try not to get too frustrated. You can't always make people understand.
No, well, I mean...
Well, of course, when you make no sense, it's near impossible.
Love, brother.
No, I mean, these guys are here for content, so I gotta make sure what I say is correct, and what I believe.
Exclamation mark, settle art.
Well,
you did a bang-up job for us.
Yeah, thanks. These guys are there for content. Yeah, actually, this is what journalism... We're not journalists by any stretch, but this is what journalists would do.
Look at his mod in the chat. You have your entire proper fan base telling you to stop, so fucking stop.
Stop. Because they know it's not because they want. I guess your fans really love you reading their donations, and they want to get right back to that. Because you have so much insight on life, and the only thing you got right was me and Nick were trying to squeeze you, so you said something incredibly stupid. That's because you know the YouTuber end.
That's what this is supposed to be, a Minecraft stream. We're trying to get to that high intellect shit after this. That's why they're trying to push this boring stuff aside so we can jump into a brand new Minecraft game.
Arguing with plebs.
So I know all my viewers are here telling me to shut up, and then there's these guys here. But I'm gonna respond to the last thing they said. Where did it go?
Yeah, and in fairness to him, I understand why they want. He's doing a horrible job. They want him to shut up so they can save the fucking, so they can save him. But he probably feels a moral obligation. Moral
obligation to come on and not apologize.
By the way, me and Nick were not being dicks. There may have been people in there being a complete douchebag.
He was a dick. He was an absolute dick. He told me my interview was invalid because I had jump cuts, and Colossal wrote on Twitter, that was the stupidest fucking thing he's ever heard.
Yes, we answered an important question.
30 minutes with pauses for you in the middle of my fucking video?
All right. I'm gonna let you in on what I was in the call. All right. I'm gonna let you in what you missed on that we cut out, okay? Because I guess you can't getting the video down to a reasonable 20 minutes to explain this. I guess we had to put everything in raw, but this is me, and I was like, "Hey, it's Lazo! Look at my freaking arcade machine! That's what you missed. That's what you missed. Look at this." Woo!
There were a few more questions that I'd like to maybe make public at some point. I highly doubt it'll be anytime soon.
Woo!
Like, we asked him about the we have his answer. We asked him, did they approach you at PAX 2018?
Woo! Oh, shit.
We asked him if he got approached at PAX, and they asked him to stop raping people, and his response to that was very interesting. There's a couple questions that, I mean, they're good, but, like, they didn't need to be in the video, so I tried to keep it as thin
Here's
as possible.
The thing. Look. Even if we filled him with answers, right, it's up to you to debunk the answers. You don't seem interested in doing that because you're perfectly competent calling this guy abuser with a discredited source and just simply because you want to believe it. Discredit those 4 questions. That was the point of the interview. 4 questions. That's it. No, we didn't give you a lot of things to read into and sit there and say, well, I don't think he meant it. That's irrelevant. I know you've been taught to make emotional arguments, and critical thinking is no part of your arsenal. I could tell by the way that you talk. Because the bell rang.
Nah, Tommy, we're wrong. Invalid due to jump cuts. That's
Jump cuts.
Yeah, guys. I'm sorry. Back it
Debunk
up.
the 4 questions. If he's lying, it should be easy. Because it was very easy to debunk her shit because she was lying.
Yo, legitimately here, if you want this to end, I'm talking to Hyojin, I'm talking to this jackass, I'm talking to Blues Dank. It's very simple. Dolan Dark made an apology. He's a meme channel. I don't expect it to go on his main Twitter. Not everyone really knew about him as much. He made a full apology. He's, I believe, planning to apologize to Slazo. That's fantastic. You guys have made no effort to do that. Video on your channel will be nice because Dolan has stopped getting shit. It really took 2 tweets and then everyone left him alone.
Yeah,
so
right,
I'm just saying, like, we don't have to do this. We're not sitting here trying to cash in on this. This could have been done 3 days ago. You guys are just stubborn cocksuckers and can't come out here and just do the right fucking thing. So if you're not going to do the right thing, then this is just going to keep going. Yeah. We're just going to keep talking about it. And I'm assuming the friends will start eating each other because we're still getting DM leaks and it's been like fucking 6 days.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for. I didn't think I'd be talking about this, but they keep leaking because they keep panicking behind the scenes, and we keep getting
apparently.
More stuff.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would be, and nobody would be talking about Hyojin drawing underage kids fucking until this happened. But I'm sure Mr. Medicare will be covering that at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Hyojin dropping dogs allegedly. I don't know. There's more evidence that Hyojin dropped dogs than this guy sexually assaulted
What time is
anybody.
Medicare stream?
I'm not sure. It's in the morning. It's early morning.
Wait, early morning.
I'll probably.
What time?
It's the morning on Friday. I don't know what Eastern time it is, but I'm saying, but it'll be live in the morning. I'll probably watch the
like 5, 3,
replay.
1, 2?
I don't know.
So that probably means it's early.
He's on D Live.
Oh wow, that means it's probably around 9 o'clock my time. You had the same argument. Yes, she lied, but I believe her. That's it. That's what you have. That's all you have, peanut head.
It was under here. Okay, so we're playing semantics. He posted the definition of sexual abuse, also referred to as molestation, is usually undesired sexual behavior by one person upon another. It is often perpetrated using force or by taking advantage of so taking advantage of another, taking advantage of someone's...
He took the one sentence that he could possibly fit in, taking advantage of another, by force!
Vulnerability.
By the way, I sent that to him.
In a relationship. So yeah, whenever Slazo dated a girl that was 2 years younger than her, and I don't know if you guys remember being 16
a lot of money,
and,
I guess,
and people being 14.
Thank you, I'll read it later.
I mean, even I remember, you know, when I was 16, what was that, junior year?
Love you.
Yes.
14-year-olds were freshmen. There's a huge power dynamic there, you know?
That is not dynamic. Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. Oh my god.
That's what you usually say when the bell rings. You say there's a huge power dynamic because that's what adults say when they talk about Me Too stuff. There's a huge power dynamic there. Yes, nobody can say nobody 14 is equipped to say no to a 16-year-old. This is mental gymnastics. They get to get their lunch 5 minutes earlier, Tommy. They call the 11th graders first in the cafeteria. Look, do you know what kind of power dynamic that is? I know I went to high school 25 years ago, but I don't think the power dynamic changed that much.
There are kids in honors classes who would be in classes.
You're not good. You're not my father. You're not my boss, Weest. Yeah, I would be shocked if that's the real Weest, because that's about the emotional age you have here, clearly. Huge power dynamic. Like they're in a corporation, and he's her boss. Do you know what that means?
One more guy who didn't get fucked in high school.
Oh my god,
one, guys! Another one bites the dust.
Oh, and this guy
into some kind of feminist.
By the way, you gotta stop hanging out with English commentators. Yeah, because you're American, aren't you?
Well, that's the best part.
Oh my god, you're making us look bad.
That's the best part. Hillbilly Bob doesn't even have much of a connection with that though. The bell rang and he went right to Twitter.
Guys, lock up progress. Weasterner said he had a power dynamic.
A power like they're at work, like he's their boss. Are you kidding me?
women. Is that sexist? Probably. I don't know. I think he took advantage of her. She looked up to him.
I think.
As a boyfriend, and he took advantage of that vulnerability.
He looked up to him as a boyfriend.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
You know, no one is doubting that he wasn't a dickbag for a boyfriend. He admitted being a dickbag.
Well, why the fuck would anyone look up to him? He wasn't even a celebrity. His channel hadn't blown up yet. They were just two fucking kids who were within the age of 2
if
years.
This guy at 16 comes up that he said some nasty tweets or he said some racist shit or this never works. I'm going to do it anyway. I want to talk to Weestner's high school girlfriends. I will put you on. In fact, if you can prove you dated Weestner in high school, I will give you $200. Absolutely guaranteed, as long as you have a PayPal. I would love to talk to you. Preferably you have slept with them, right? And you know what? That $200 is negotiable.
First said they don't exist.
That $200 is negotiable.
Oh, God. They really dig these guys up from the pit of the internet.
Yeah,
apparently, it's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard for Medicare.
9 a.m. Eastern Standard. I was an hour off.
9 a.m. So Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard? That's 3 o'clock my time. Perfect.
Wow, you get to watch him when we're normally watching you.
Yeah. That's great. With Man-Child Mondays. Put this guy on, fucking Jim.
Consensual, though, wouldn't be emotional abuse, not sexual. I think it's unfair to not apologize for saying that. Okay, so if whenever I say sexual abuse, you think rape, I apologize.
That's not what he said.
Wait,
what? Straw man. Straw man, jackass. Straw man.
No, Tommy, let that whole sentence run.
Okay.
Though wouldn't be emotional abuse, not sexual. I think it's unfair to not apologize for saying that. Okay, so if whenever I say sexual abuse, you think rape, I apologize. But I would never call somebody a rapist if I didn't know 100% for sure they were a rapist, you know? And I wouldn't just go off like how Slazo said, like some shit about wanting to rape her. Like obviously that was his weird, edgy joke dynamic in his relationship.
And let's not forget that was presented to us as proof that he raped her.
Relationship. Yeah. That's some shit I would never say to my girlfriend, but
Mods emote only plaza.
I say it to my wife every fucking night. It's only worked 3 times.
How his personal relationships function, okay? But if the overwhelming community thinks that I called Slazo a rapist, I would like to clarify that I'm calling him a sexual abuser.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
Thanks for clearing that up, fucko. Tommy, the only girlfriend Wesley had was Rosie Palms. I thought it was Pomula or Angela.
In the sense that, and I know I'm not allowed to assign connotation to something that serious, right? So, in the sense that he manipulated...
This is a semantic debate. This is semantic.
Oh.
Not pointing out the
I don't know
difference
what
between-
you want to call this.
Yeah.
I don't even think this is a debate. This is suicide.
Yeah.
His partner...
It's like watching a plane crash. Maybe
This is just semantic suicide.
did not necessarily want to have sex with them into having sex with them.
You guys, all right, can we just draw it back to the fact that this guy had sex with this girl 3 to 5 times
3 to
over the
5
course
times.
of 365 days?
Yeah.
In the sense
And this
that
guy's being called a sex addict?
Yeah, this guy, a sex abuser.
Calling him a sexual abuser, in the sense that, and I know I'm not allowed to assign connotation to something that serious, right? So, in the sense that he manipulated his partner that did not necessarily want to have sex with them into having sex with them.
Well, if she didn't want to have sex with him and he had sex with her, that would be rape, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So he didn't want said that. Let's get our heads around this. She didn't want to have sex with him, but she gave consent unwillingly. So you can give consent unwillingly. Therefore, it's sexual. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You are not equipped. You are a child that plays video games, that are fortunate enough to play video games for a living. You are not equipped. Regurgitating the bullshit you hear on the news, thinking it's going to give you some kind of fucking good guy fucking hashtag, does not make you equipped. Having a following on Twitter does not make you equipped. You are a baby. You're actually, your face doesn't look much different than an infant's. I don't know why that hasn't fucking changed at all in 21 years. But you are clearly not equipped for this. Clearly.
And performing sexual acts. He pressed and pressed and pressed and made everything about
How
sex.
do you know that?
I'm a rapist then, because I've pressed and pressed and pressed and pressed and pressed. And sometimes she taps out.
No, I was watching a comedian the other, and he brought it up. When have women ever asked consent whenever they're wanting to fuck? Never. They just go straight for it. Do they not?
Yeah.
And if they say no, you back the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. But nobody's ever made that claim. She accused him of sexual assault. Again, a sexual assault.
Slazzo had 5 sessions over a year. No, Slazzo confirmed that he only had sex with this girl in the ballpark of 3 times. 3 to 5 is my own words, because I'm being a little generous there to these people. In the course of the year, because the relationship was a secret. They couldn't do that all the time. That's our sexual abuser, Vega. He had sex 3 to 5 times.
And it hasn't been refuted, although it'd be pretty impossible to do, in fairness to her. But we see in those DMs that she's as engaged in their sexual activity as he is.
I mean, in that guy's video, like I've already talked about this. He said that he wanted her to switch off her anti-anxiety medication because it was making her, it was affecting her sex drive. That sounds to me like someone who's purely interested in sex, but
yeah, that makes you a sexual abuser. That's the only thing I ever thought about at 16. Not to let the guy off the hook, but you know what? Don't you get a clean slate at 18? Isn't that kind of like it's kind of unspoken that once you
dick
become
statement,
an adult,
but it's not sexual abuse.
Well,
he's not saying get off your medication, get off your medication, or I'll dump you. Get off your medication.
No,
That's
my
not what
point
it
is
was.
this: this guy got on board with cancel Lazo for something he did at 16 years old, and he says, "Well, that's not an excuse, all right." Well, no, at 16 years old, but we don't usually hold teenagers accountable when they're adults. And nothing here was criminal. Nothing here was criminal. Nothing. So we're holding a 16-year-old boy in 2016-17 accountable as adult for his behavior as a child. And his only response is, well, that's no excuse. So he needs to be destroyed by a guy that doesn't know
a lot of money,
his
I guess,
asshole from a hole in the ground.
I don't know.
I know you don't know.
To you.
Don't give them attention. Don't give
else?
them attention. Shut the fuck up. Fuck off. Shut the fuck up.
I was Bo Black's Nicholas, and admits to being a dick, admits to abuse. No, he admitted to being a manipulative or controlling dick.
That's not sexual abuse.
Oh, he's a dick, guys. He sexually abused the shit out of her. That's exactly
there's the
what
second,
happened.
oh shit, I stepped in it again.
To stop talking
They
about
say
this
you are what you eat, and he's a dick. That's why it's sexual abuse.
Just shut up about this and watch my long lonk.
Look at him, strand mods oldie.
I'll shut up. Mods, you didn't have to put it in followers only mode, but that probably looks good in a tweet.
You know, in the whole fucking time, he doesn't want to kick anybody out because there's extra people in there. He has a bigger stream than he normally does, and he's trying. His top priority after he fucking accused somebody of sexual assault is maintaining the fucking 400 people that he doesn't normally have in there.
That's a lot of money.
That is the utmost priority. It is really amazing.
I cracked under the pressure, and I put it in followers only mode.
Listen about that. He's claiming his mods put it in follower only mode and shit like that.
Whatever.
Who runs your mods? How many times did your mods put it in follower only mode for you just to switch it off?
Hey.
What was it? 4? 3?
Every time Terry fucking bans somebody, gets a little trigger finger, I get the shit for it. I get accused of being a pussy.
It's your fucking fault.
Yeah, and I gotta go to shit roast downhill, and I gotta go tell or never to do that again, just because they're calling me names. So that it's ultimately your responsibility. Something tells me you've never gotten to that point in life where you thought that was a part of life. Yes, shit rolls downhill. You're responsible for what they do. But I got to be honest with you. In some sense, I think they're just trying to save him because they know he's hopelessly ill-equipped for this, whatever it is that he's trying to do. Somebody's writing "fuck you, Terry" in the chat.
Wait, this is the same one. Now, where's your other one? Paradox. No, this one. Sub only? Oh, no, I'm not gonna put it in sub only mode, but like. Okay, hold up. One second. Move to bottom.
And what does this guy do for a living? He steals memes off the internet and puts them up for these guys and gets paid for it.
Order.
I don't know what he does, to be honest. He said
And
he's not
defends
ready
against
yet.
false rape allegations.
Stretch.
Is that his show?
Stole that from my funny.
Move.
Yeah, he fucks up rape allegations. That's what he does for a living.
Bottom. Here, clip this. Clip this for your video.
Sure.
I'm gonna assume
Go
there's
ahead.
A couple of commentary channels looking to.
That's a lot of money,
what I
I
say.
guess, for a person
Okay,
of color.
so I would like to apologize for. Be sure to record this. Where's that tweet?
Thanks, Josh.
eat the poo-poo.
Thank you, Nicholas, for giving a sub to Career Ender.
All right, we were dicks. Sorry.
I apologize for.
All right, we were dicks. I lied.
I forgot that was there. I'm sorry.
Whoops.
I want to hear that again. It was great.
This will go good for your clip. I apologize for this tweet if anyone perceived it as me calling anyone a rapist.
10-year follower mod only emote only chat please.
I apologize if anyone thought that I was calling someone a rapist. I was calling someone a sexual abuser.
Well, thanks.
Someone who abused their partner.
Thanks for the
sex.
clarification, douchebag. It's still a crime.
Meaning manipulating them to have sex when they don't want to.
That's the... First of all, if they don't want to and don't give consent, it's rape. All right. So if they don't want to but do it anyway and give consent, it's kind of a paradox, isn't it?
Okay. I apologize if you perceived it as such.
Oh, I apologize if you were so stupid to actually look at my literal words. When you look them up as a definition, you realize it has something to do with hands-on, unwanted sexual activity. Sorry you misconstrued that. Sorry you didn't know I redid the definition. Sorry.
God, I'm sorry you guys are so fucking stupid. Listen, man, I get it. It's all my fault that you guys are just so fucking dumb and so brainless that you didn't understand what an
How did you not read my mind? I didn't
say.
mean I didn't mean penetration. Duh. What are you, stupid? You're playing semantics. I didn't mean he grabbed her boobies unwanted. I meant asking for sex over and over again until she said yes. That's what I meant. Sexual abuser. Not emotional abuser. That's semantics. You're a fucking idiot.
And as I know,
his brain is so big it's popping out of his head. That's why he's got that little toupee on top of it.
Jesus.
with this tweet, I will be deleting it.
Oh.
Okay.
Guys, I stand
I
up
say
for this
I no
tweet
longer
so
believe-
much, I'm going to delete it right in front of you to show just how much I stand up for this
I know.
tweet.
It makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
With this tweet,
He thinks this is a good idea. That's the best part.
no longer believe the common conception, which to me is a misconception, that I was calling someone a rapist here. I wasn't. I'm still not apologizing to Slazo. I'm apologizing to anyone who thought that I was calling someone a rapist.
Arrogant asshole.
Probably should have worded it better. Right?
Because there's so many stupid people out there that take what I say literally. When it comes to an sexual assault allegation.
No, I like money.
Listen, we get it, love.
Sorry. I hate skipping donations like that. Paradox, thank you for the two. And then apologize with the two.
What up, ding-dongers?
I'll let this one play.
GG mod.
I don't think this guy can apologize anymore. Him, Alex, if you ran this bullshit where, yes, she lied, but I still believe her, I'm sorry. I don't think Dolan Dark ran that bullshit.
Freedom of speech.
Ty for banning my bit donations for asking a question. This looks good for you, don't it, Chief?
Yeah, we have a rule on my stream that's no drama, keep it lighthearted. So my mods are just doing the job that I've told them to do for the past 2 years. But as I no longer or never have agreed with the perception that I'm calling someone a rapist, because I don't believe Slazo's a rapist. I believe he was an abuser and a gaslighter. I'll be deleting this tweet. Feel free to archive it or to take a screenshot of this.
Don't worry, we'll keep the
for
video.
your own personal use. But I don't agree with the idea that I call someone a rapist.
Yeah, and you don't realize that calling him a sexual abuser is almost as bad. And really makes no difference. You might as well have called him a rapist.
Well, no, he is calling him a rapist, and he's just masking the term as sexual abuser. Yeah, I think he forced himself on that girl. I'm not going to call it rape though, because rape's a buzzword, and you guys are calling out people who call out rape. So I'm going to call it sexual abuse, and then I'm going to use the definition of rape as sexual abuse. Okay, you got it.
Rape means penetration. Don't get in the semantic debate with me, Nick. Zaslow. You should have raped her.
This guy, this guy should go to the Bunty King School of Handling Pressure.
Yeah, I know.
You know, going around.
He didn't melt down.
Accusing all your friends.
Okay.
You go around and accuse all your friends of false rape allegations is cool and all, but you know it's a lot cooler.
Tweet us.
Knowledge.
You're welcome for the content as well.
Thanks.
Anything else? Anything else I've said?
He just looks defeated.
Yeah, I know.
Can you believe he just did a Hitler salute right there?
Yeah. I don't know. Let's not get into semantic. Yes. Somebody take a picture in this, and somebody take a picture. Dude, why are you hailing Hitler? Like, why? Why? And then when he says, that's not me hailing Hitler, it's like, don't get in the semantic debate with me.
No, you know when they nailed Jesus to the cross? There you go. There's the start.
You know,
don't get in semantic debate with me.
If Jesus was a gamer, he would have bought PewDiePie's chair too.
Jesus writes, you're welcome for the content. Oof. I thought somebody wrote the oof content. Yeah, this is oof content.
Jump the gun, SMH, and start unnecessary drama in the first place. I will say, this is the first time I've ever spoken out about anything on this level.
Good.
And I hope it's the last time.
I've definitely learned my lesson. Next time I shall wait.
You learned nothing. You won't apologize for calling this guy a sexual abuser. You wouldn't even bother to look into this. You were blindsided with all the stuff. This is your job, and you didn't know you were walking into this? You thought it was just going to be a handful of idiots in the chat? Really? Are you that dense? Are you that unprofessional? Are you just so used to just collecting money, stealing other people's crap?
Give my opinion in its entirety. Even if I waited until after the fact, I sort of thought Slazo was a bad person. But.
Bad person.
Bad person.
I have an honest.
I want his girlfriends. I want his friends. And if he did it, I don't care if he did it 14, 15, 16. He is every bit responsible for it today. Today, as he was in high school.
Question about the situation.
Okay.
Can you get cheddar cheese and chicken from Burger King? Thanks. Also a large soda and French fries. I want chicken and cheddar cheese.
Thank you, Merc, for the bits. I'm not sure.
Here we go again.
True. 18. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, and if you guys, so to the fine gentlemen that are here waiting for me to turn my chat back into public mode, to take my chat out of followers only mode, because my mods put it in there. I'll be doing that tomorrow night, so if you'd like to come to
guys, my mods put it in followers only mode, but I'm not gonna fix it. No, I'll do it tomorrow when you all stop hammering me with questions.
He even says, if you let him talk, he even says, like, you're welcome to call in, but I'm gonna ignore you.
For me to turn my chat back into public mode, to take my chat out of followers only mode, because my mods put it in there. I'll be doing that tomorrow night, so if you'd like to come to my Minecraft stream tomorrow night and ask me those questions, feel free. Most likely, I will ignore you.
Yes, she's a liar, but I believe her. Feel free to come to my chat and ask these questions, but I'm not going to answer them. You're a rocket scientist.
Because I've been repeating myself the entire time.
You actually haven't. You didn't explain yourself well, so you had to re-explain yourself because you have no idea what you're doing when the bell rings and there's no food.
But tonight, you'll just have to be patient and wait for one of my friends or associates to come out and maybe perhaps fuck up what they were saying. I think I'm pretty confident in what I said tonight.
Associates is a weird word.
He's talking to Alex now. He's confident
Yeah,
what he said
associates.
tonight. You have no idea what you said. There was just words spilling from your mouth. They had no substance and little meaning, and when you couldn't think of something, you claimed semantics. Even when somebody clearly said, look, are you talking about mental abuse and or sexual abuse? That's semantics. No, they're pretty clearly defined. Hence the different name, emotional sexual.
Well,
I
you know
believe
what?
because I want to
I'm going to
believe.
give you another chance, Weester. I'm going to give you another chance. Tonight, when my notifications start getting crazy, I'm going to tweet your stream out, and I'm going to give you some support, okay? I'm not going to tell anybody to go and do anything. I'm not rooting for anything to happen like that. I'm just going to tweet it out and support, because I want your Minecraft stream to do well.
What is this stream? What is this stream? I'm back. It's called something like that. I've returned.
Yeah, he's doing
you want to
another
go watch
stream.
the
He's doing
stream?
a
Go watch the
Minecraft stream
stream.
tonight.
Do not do anything stupid. I'm not encouraging, but I do encourage you to watch the stream. This is not the only insanity you see. It starts very early on, and you just see a child that's in over his head, and it's hysterical when that child is. It's like I love when my son puts his feet in my shoes and tries to run around the house. It's adorable. It's adorable. And I love when, I don't know, perpetual 13-year-olds that have adult bodies pretend to be politically astute and I don't know, sexual abuse experts. It's cute. It's funny. He runs in the shoes and one of them falls off and he says, look at me, Daddy. My shoe fell off. Isn't that funny? It's your shoes. It's exactly what his stream is like. It's a riot. The fact that you could come to I don't want to call her a liar. Well, I have to call her a liar, but she only lied about some things. But I'll just say the more serious things she lied about, not lied about. She can't lie about that. The more serious things I do believe, despite the fact the series of lies that have already been debunked. That'll work. All right, I'm done.
Take some calls, or are we done?
Nah. This is my last day of the week, and
nobody's in there.
Nobody's in there. Okay.
Tell me, we have so many. Wait, there's so many people in waiting.
Oh, do you want to?
Oh, let's show the screenshot. Show the screenshots.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let me.
Guys, a brand new leak came out recently. We vetted it with Bublax. I told you guys on Twitter that I would be vetting it, and I've got scrolling proof that the DMs are real. So I would like to show you them now. There should be two of them. And these are dated June 30th, 2 days after the My Side video. These were made by I Am Alex, to a member of the community that a few of us do know. There's just two.
Okay, first one's after the periods, and then
that
straight
one,
down.
That's that one,
and then straight down.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling down because I'm on the regular application. All right, here we go.
Okay, so there's some important stuff here. Yeah. Let me just pull it open on my side so I can read it more efficiently. Okay, so I have both open. The first one, the thing you're going to see here, it says, also, if anyone thinks that Michael is innocent, they quite clearly didn't read what he admitted and also emitted from his video. Misremembering isn't a defense for mechanism. What?
Isn't a defense mechanism, he's trying to say.
Mechanism.
Omitted, not emitted, right? That's...
Omitted.
Omitted. They
admitted
clearly did not read what he admitted to and admitted, meaning omitted in the video. Well, how come we haven't heard what he omitted?
That's to say we haven't heard a single example that Alex just says.
Why,
done stuff, mate. You done stuff.
Yeah, he's giving.
There's no clear.
He's giving marching orders.
How come Shay doesn't say what the example of sexual assault was if they only had sex fucking 3 to 5 times? Well, it shouldn't be very hard to pick which one was the incident if there's such a small amount of them. We didn't know that before, but it keeps going. It says fuck him and fuck Jake. That's a different person. If they weren't such sleazeballs to my friends, we wouldn't have had an issue, would we? What? Michael came here and creeped out a bunch of girls I know. Now, if anyone's been following my end of the story, that is admission that he did question number 2 in the interview. The question involving the situation that we debunked with the pictures of the selfies and stuff like that. If you've been following the story, that's the first thing that Alex has said in regards to that specific situation.
We got to tell him what Alex said. Alex said in question 2 that he had to send the girl home in an Uber, right? Because he was so out of line, right?
When Michael was getting the girl intentionally drunk while he was sober with an attempt to take advantage of her. That is what Alex was claiming. This is the first time he's alluded to it. So that's a very important DM right there.
Yeah, and that's really funny because there's tweets of Alex saying, boy, old Zlazo took the W tonight.
Yeah, he took the W tonight, and he goes, Mike Wazowski, get that W. And then you got a fucking Memulus who was there at the same time, who somehow isn't involved in all this. I'm shocked, but
no, I'm not. I met him. I met him. He seems head and tail smarter than all of them. You know why? Because he doesn't say much, and he has a 1 million sub channel.
Vega, we'll talk about Jake. I'll tell you offline. It's another situation. You know exactly what it is.
Is that internet unwind they're talking about? Yeah, fuck that guy, Jake.
now you can go on to the second one.
All right. Seeing people just blatantly make shit up. Is he talking about us?
No, this is people make shit up when they're talking about the response to the My Side video.
See people make shit up when they when I have done everything I can to axe these people from their positions. What is he referring to by axing these people from
He's trying to axe Slazo from his position of power, and people are making stuff up to defend him.
But he's saying these people. I mean, he means like these types of people, like Slazo?
No, I've done everything I can to axe these people, like sexual abusers, like Slazo sexual abusers.
Okay. From their position.
Yeah, he comes out, he goes, I'm trying to axe him from position of power, and people are making stuff up to defend him. That's what he's saying right there.
Nobody's made shit up. In fact, your side, the girl you backed, made stuff up, and she told checkable lies that, with the full context of the DMs, reveal an entirely different story. But I'm going to actually put this in there. But I'm got the one making 26-minute videos on how I controlled a 14-year-old girl and said I had rape tendencies in the DMs. So
now, does this sound like someone who's just sitting next to a sexual abuse victim saying, I'm just trying to help you out? Or does this sound like somebody who's vindictive, somebody who's planning something out? Like, I mean, if you'll read it right there, it's our word against his. It doesn't sound like it's just...
Yeah, they were going to over...
fell on the story.
Well, I keep hearing... that was another thing that got lost in this. They kept talking about... Lazo has a 700K channel. The people that are against him had 700, 500, 1 million. So we got Quite with over 1 million. We got Alex with over 1 million. We got Hojin, the dog beater, with 500,000. We have this jackass who's a Twitter. We're talking close to 3 million subs against his 700,000. And they tried to play him off like the power. You know what the power dynamic with the false rape accusers. That's where the power. And if you want to throw in Dull and Dark, it's 4 million. Dull and Dark didn't go to this fucking extent. Thank God. I was actually very relieved.
Dull and Dark has apologized.
I was actually very relieved that I could start liking Dolan again. Well, at least his stuff, because it was going to put a bad taste in my mouth every time I saw one of his cool shit. I was just gonna be, yeah, but that's what I was gonna do. So, well, there you go. That's the most recent news. It keeps coming out. They keep giving it to us. And any of you jackasses that might have wake up from, she told lies, but I believe her, and you actually wake the fuck up and you want to snitch and put an end to this and possibly save your own career. Well, I don't even care if I get it. Go to Keemstar. Well, maybe. Oh, actually, he probably.
Keem, come to me.
Keem,
go to
Mediger,
Tommy.
Bobax,
go to fucking Tipster. Don't go to Boblax.
This is not 100% about views. This is about great influencers accusing people of rape to get them out of the business.
I don't think it's about views at all. I think the videos will grind to a halt the minute these people apologize. And if they don't apologize, then the train keeps on chugging.
No, well, I'll never accept Alex's, and I'll never accept fucking Hillbilly Bob with the fucking peanut head. I never accept in his, because he rationalized it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What was that?
Me and Boblax are directly competing, so don't help Boblax.
Don't help. Screw Boblax. Right.
I deserve a higher follower account than Boblax.
Did you know he has a girlfriend? Everybody, t-shirts coming out real soon. It says Blowbacks has a girlfriend?
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree.
Oh, stop everything. Stop. I've done this too many fucking times.
Donations.
Yes, I've done, and we're doing it right now. I've done this too many times. I apologize. I have a different kind of talk show. I don't read absolutely everything because I can't function like that and do a talk show like I want to do it. R/Pro Revenge. Fucked up hair, fucked up face. The fat fuck named Nick's the best show ever. Stargazer. Sick of boys. Weest. You're not God. You're not my father. You're not my boss. Oh, wait a minute. That was that was the fucking short guy.
That's the bagel guy.
Yeah, I just made that connection. Yeah, I heard Wiesner was really into memes. They're over my boomer head. Versed. But Tommy, think of the varsity football power dynamic.
God. Oh, God.
Oh, you're such a fucking idiot. Ben, hey, the only pussy that fat fuck has seen from his mom's when he fell out of her. Harvey Weinstein. The only one that didn't give me a consent was the potted plant that everyone is still on my case. Jizz. Josh, big fan. Thanks for all your coverage. You're welcome, Josh. We're not done there. Let me, what the hell is it? The 18th? Let me get all the other ones. I really do apologize for not keeping up with this stuff. Mike the Bike. Maybe the brainlet doesn't want a career. I think he'll get away with this. He's not really involved. He's just a moron. I mean, if we're throwing morons off the platform, Bobax would have been executed with an electric chair. All right. So I mean, that's not fair. $20. YouTube make great. I know it's going to piss people off, but there's actually they're actually playing smart by not apologizing. Look at every single person who apologized in Me Too. Their careers are over, and if
Dolan Dark made it, and everybody else is losing subs. I'm sorry.
You know what? I think that's a daring thing to say. YouTube make great, and I think in most situations, you're right. Not on YouTube and not in this situation. And the other thing is because it's so serious. If you don't apologize for saying something that people accuse you as racist, and there's some there's some vagueness there, okay? Then maybe no. Like let's take go back to your own country, right? Is that racist if you tell a fucking half Canadian to go back to their own country of European descent? Nobody would bitch about that. But if it's a brown person that would say, I wouldn't apologize for that, okay? Because there's an argument there. But this is a false rape allegation. You got to apologize. I think when it goes to this level, you have to apologize. But in a PR setting, yeah, it's going to piss people off, but you're telling the truth. Sometimes it doesn't pay to apologize. Ben C., the only girlfriend Wesley has is Rosie Palms. We got that. Basically, I'm sorry for being so dumb. I missed you. I missed my point. No, I actually got it perfectly. YouTube made great again, and that's it. We're definitely out of here now, and I do apologize.
Video Game Del says, do you think Pyrocynical will make a video about the Slazzle situation?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I think he has dodged a bullet from the hands of Twitter.
Let's make this abundantly clear, too. We really didn't hear anything about Pyro when we dug deep with this anyway. Pyro's never come up, but he was named as being a part of this by Alex. He may be 100%. Alex may have threw him under the bus. He certainly threw Unicorn Powers under the bus.
Well, Alex told me that he was involved in the original call and he was involved in the planning aspects of it. And
what did you say about Dolan Dark?
Dolan Dark, I got more from Dolan Dark about himself than Alex gave me about Dolan Dark.
Gotcha. Dolan Dark knew was going on for a while. Okay. I'm glad this week is over. I'm perfectly honest with you. Game streams in the arcade, maybe Twitch. Keep your eyes out. And, of course, Shot from the Point News. We hit 6,000 subscribers! Shot from the Point News is the other channel. We'll keep you updated. I want to do one on Monkey Joe. That's what I do. Bobax has a girlfriend.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she bout to catch a pedigree. Chi-town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated the evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
Hey, Keemstar, why don't you suck my